Hey there everybody, today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and setup video of my latest game camera purchase. This is the Oudmon, I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing that right, Oudmon 16 megapixel trail camera. And as I do with all of my purchases, I like to do unboxing videos and demonstration videos just in case there's somebody else out there who's thinking about buying the same item and they just want to get an idea of what it's going to be like when you get it and how it works. I've never heard of this company, but this came across my Amazon feed and it was only $59 when I bought it. And I need some more trail cameras, and I usually use Bushnell and Moultrie, stuff like that, but I didn't want to spend $150, $200 on a camera, so I'm going to take a chance on this one just because the price is relatively low. I've had pretty good luck with these cameras that are sold on Amazon, these no-name Chinese companies, so we're going to try this one out. I've never tried this company before. 0.3 second trigger speed, 16 megapixel, IP67 waterproof, and 1080p. Give you an idea of what the box looks like real quick, and then we'll open it up and take a look at what's on the inside. Just trying to get my knife ready, and let's cut into it and see what we got. As with all of my purchases, I don't get anything for doing these reviews. I paid for this camera with my own money. There's no benefit at all. I just think it's kind of fun to do these videos, answer other customers' questions, and especially these trail cameras. It's fun to talk to other hunters. I know I spend a lot of time reading other hunters' reviews on cameras, looking at their game camera pictures, so I kind of enjoy it. How to get a free gift. You can get a free SD card, I guess, if you contact them with your order number. So that's kind of a cool thing. I might look into that. 32 gigabyte SanDisk SD card. This is the instruction manual, and wow, I gotta say, this is a 16-page instruction manual. Usually they're like books, but the instruction manual is pretty thin on this one, so hopefully that's a good thing. It must mean that the setup isn't too complicated. We've got the mounting strap for the tree. I don't usually use these. There's some arms that are made by some different companies out there. I think Stealth Cam makes some pretty good ones, and Moultrie makes some pretty good ones that you can just mount into the tree. That's what I'm planning on using. Oh, the mounting bracket for this one's pretty cool. Let's take a look at it. Maybe I'll use this instead. So yeah, it doesn't screw into the tree, but it's got a mounting plate on the back. And you can put that in the tree, and then you've got this that adjusts, and then the camera sits on that. So that's pretty cool. I'm used to getting this kind of thing. I'm not used to getting something like this, and even when I have, it never has the arm that's built into it. So that's a really cool feature. There's the mounting screws that go with that plate. And then here is the cable. It's kind of funny, you know, they give these cables with all of these cameras. I've yet to ever use any of these cables. What this is primarily for is for pulling your pictures off of the camera, but if you're like most of us, you put an SD card in there and you just pull the SD card out and put that in your computer. There's really no need for the cable. So here's the camera itself. I'll get this box out of the way. Wow, I tell you what, it feels nice. Nice camouflage, kind of like a gray bark color. Nothing on the bottom or the sides. On the back, there's your metal screw for the mounting bracket, and then you've got some ports right there that you can run the strap through if you use the strap. Let's open it up. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I'm wondering, I've never seen one that has the batteries over here, but there's no cover that goes over that. So that's kind of different. I'll put the batteries in here in a second, and then we'll go through the setup. There's your ports for the cable. If you're going to pull the pictures off of the camera with a cable, you would plug it in there, and it takes full SD card, which is great. There's some of these cameras now that use the micro SD card, and I've actually heard that the micro SD cards take better pictures, but for me, they're just too small. I like these cameras that have still take a full SD card. So that's an unboxing. Let me get some batteries in there and we'll go through the setup and see how it works. Okay, so I've got the batteries in the camera, and I thought it might be beneficial just to go through some of the setup of the camera just so you can see how it works as far as setting it up. The one thing I was going to mention is some of these cameras that run on 8 AA batteries, if you put 4 on one side or 4 on the other side, they can actually work on just 4 AA batteries. The battery life obviously isn't going to be as good, but it's kind of nice to be able to run it on just 4 AA batteries versus 8. That's not the case with this camera. This camera will not power on at all unless you have 8 AA batteries in the camera. The other thing that is a disappointment to me is there's no port on this camera for a solar panel. A lot of these companies, it's kind of unusual, a lot of these companies that come out of China making these cameras, they'll take a solar panel, and there's a couple companies that make solar panels that will run the whole camera totally on a solar panel without any use of a AA battery, but that's not going to be the case with this one. There's no way to plug in a solar panel. Anyway, I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but down here you've got an off, setup, and on button. And all you're going to do is go to setup, and hopefully, let me see, maybe I can. And right here, you've got a on button, you've got a menu button, you've got a shot button to go to the left or to the right, you've got a picture, and you've got a video button. All you're going to want to do is press menu to get into the settings. And I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this okay. But let's go through the settings. It's pretty basic. You're just going to use these arrows and choose what it is that you're wanting to do. OK to set, menu to exit. Here's your OK button, and here's your menu button. So if we want to set it, we just press the OK button. And you can go through and set your clock. And then you can just use the arrow to go to the next thing. So right now it's 3:23 over here. You can hold down the button, or you can press it. Buttons are nice and responsive. Some of these things you have to really press the button to get it to work. That's not the case with these. They stick out a little bit, and they've got good reaction. So, and then you just use the up and down arrow over here to adjust your month. So today is 9/11/2019, and then once you've got what you want, you just press OK and it's set. And then you just click on this to go to the next thing. So let's look through here, and I'm hoping you're going to be able to read. Let's see, maybe this will be better. So you can do camera, you can do video, or you can do dual. Camera means it's just going to take pictures whenever it gets triggered. Video is going to mean that it does video, and then dual means it'll take a picture and then it'll go to video mode. And actually, I'm going to do that. The image size is, these are your different options. You've got 3 megapixel, 8 megapixel, or 16 megapixel. And I want 16. Oops. And then the capture number. So you can set it to where when it's triggered, does it take one picture? Does it take multiple pictures? 2, 3. Wow, it goes all the way up to 9. I'm just going to do 1. And then the image quality. Do you want normal, fine, super fine? I'm going to stick with fine. So you can see that this is really pretty easy. I will say this, the menu screen is very easy to read, very easy to navigate through. Once you've got your thing set, you just go on to the next thing in the menu. Do you want 4:3 or 16:9 picture size? I do 16:9. Actually, I'm going to do 4:3. And then the camera name, you can input a name on the camera. Interval. So how long do you want it to be in between triggers? Do you want it to do, like in this case, it's set to 10 seconds. Well, we can change that and say, 11 seconds. And I like this. There's some of these cameras that do it in like 5-second increments. And what you run into is where 10 seconds isn't long enough, but 15 seconds is too long. I kind of like being able to choose whatever I want to. So in my case, I'm going to do 23 seconds. And you click OK there, and then you just go on to the next thing. Coordinate input. So you can actually put in your, I think this is your GPS, yeah, your latitude and longitude. And I'm not going to worry about that, but just wanted to show you that that is a feature. I'm going to do off. The time period. So if you want this camera to run only certain times of the day, maybe let's say you're only interested in taking day pictures or night pictures, you can go in here and you can actually put in when the camera is operational. So if you want it to run during the daytime only, you could set it to come on at 7 in the morning, but at 5 o'clock in the afternoon it shuts off. So that's kind of a nice feature, so that you're not running the camera 24 hours a day unless you're wanting to. And time scan. So this is going to be more of like your plot scan settings. So you can set this, I'll just go into it. You can set this in intervals where if you want the camera to take pictures regardless of if it's triggered or not, you can set it here. So maybe you've got a garden planted and you want to track the growth of that garden. You can set it to where every 6 hours, every day, it takes pictures regardless of if there's something out there or not. And then over time you can put those time-lapse pictures together and you can do kind of a like a moving image of watching your plants grow or whatever it is. But anyway, that's what that feature is for. And I need that off. Sensor level, so you can set how sensitive it is when it gets triggered: high, auto, low, normal. And I'm going to do auto. You can put a password on the camera so that if somebody gets it, they have to put in that password to be able to retrieve the pictures or do any settings. Image recycle, basically what that means is if the memory card fills up, does it start deleting the earliest picture and keep going, or does it not? And basically if this is off when your memory card fills up, it won't take any more pictures. If you put this on when your memory card fills up, it'll start deleting the earliest pictures so that it has more room to record new pictures. So that's kind of a neat feature. Your timestamp, do you want your timestamp on or off on your pictures? And then your language, you can format your memory card, and then the version. And that's it. So anyway, it's really basic. Once you're done with all of your settings, all you're going to do is move the camera from setup to the on position, and that'll cut your camera on. And then if you want to cut it off, you can cut it off. Just to show you, when you put it on, let's see. Oh, sorry, I should have gone straight from menu to on, but now we're in the menu. When you turn it on, you've got a little blinking indicator here. Once that blinking indicator goes off, the camera will be taking pictures. So anyway, there's a quick run through of how you set up the camera. I'm going to go put it out and we'll see if we get any images. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.